Welcome to the Lebanon Leprechaun Show, Edition 4. I'm Dave Peach, and we are joined by Kyle Eden, the intern extraordinaire from, is it IU Indianapolis now?
Yep, IU Indianapolis.
Now, so you started at IUPUI.
So
now you've transitioned.
I got the whole transition in, so you got to change the gear and everything.
Now, it's IU, but we talked before, you're a Purdue fan.
Yep, I'm a Purdue basketball and football fan, so.
Now, where did you grow up?
In Sheridan, Indiana. So a lot of my classmates are Purdue students.
So you grew up watching the Boilers, following the Boilermakers, and all that. Well, very good. Now, what is your study? What are you studying at IUPUI?
I'm studying
IU Indianapolis.
I'm studying sports management. So this internship kind of goes hand in hand with that whole major. So.
And you started with the Leprechauns this season.
Yep.
What are some things that you did in the off season with the Leprechauns?
So in the beginning, Chris tasked me to try to sell some sponsorships. So I got the opportunity to do business to business sales, which is pretty cool for a college student. Not many college students can say they have done that. And then I attended all the tryouts and then the combine. So I kind of was there from the beginning to see the whole team be built and everything like that. So,
what are some things that you learned as far as selling in the TBL?
So I was just selling sponsorships, and I didn't necessarily have enough time. I'm obviously a full-time student, but I still got out there and got out of my comfort zone a little bit. So I learned just how to talk to these businesses. I walked around Lebanon a lot and got the opportunity to talk to these business owners. So.
What, as far as your career, where would you like to go?
So obviously I want to work in sports. I'm thinking basketball operations. So this gig kind of goes hand in hand, like I said before. So maybe for a professional or a collegiate team.
And on game day, you have a duty.
Yep. So on game days at home, I got stuck with the shot clock. So I've yet to mess that up, maybe one time, but yeah, I do the shot clock on game days, and also just get the team ready before and the venue. So,
what sports did you play in high school?
I played basketball and I also played soccer for Sheridan High School. So,
you must have enjoyed that.
Yeah, it's a small school, so.
Yeah, I've been there.
Yeah,
it's known for football.
Yeah, and I didn't play football. I got to watch.
What, as far as people that you look up to in the industry, be it sports or sports management?
I would say some of the GMs or team owners, I look up to them because they've obviously ran huge sports programs and teams. So I kind of look up to a lot of the GMs and sports owners.
Give us your thoughts on the atmosphere this past Monday night for St. Patrick's Day.
So I'm biased, but I think I've been to a couple different games, but I think the Lebanon games are the best because we put on a good production. Every time out, we got something planned, and I just think everybody should come out and check out Lebanon because they have the best production in the TBL.
It is pretty good. So now, what are your responsibilities when you're not running the shot clock?
So I go to every practice. I kind of just hop in whenever coach says to. I run the clock. I try to run the shot clock too for the team just so they're game ready and they know how much time's on the shot clock. So
you're kind of working with the team directly there.
Mm-hmm.
What are your thoughts on the team?
I think we got a good team this year. Obviously, we have a bunch of moving parts. We really need to just come together, and I know we're going to get some wins down the road.
Yeah, and working with Coach Keck.
Yeah, Coach Keck's awesome. He loves basketball. You can see even on his days that he's working, he's always focused on basketball. So it's cool to learn from a guy like that just lives and breathes basketball. So.
And Tim Hurd, the assistant coach.
Yeah,
one of them.
Coach Tim's he's funny, and I really like being around him. He's just a fun guy to be around. So
I can't wait to get him on the show.
Yeah,
we can ask him. He's gonna explain to me. Well, do you know as far and Mike Fagan? So let's not leave him out.
Yeah, Mike's also a great guy. He's smart. He's smart basketball, and just learning from him and all the coaching staff and Chris and John is fun. So,
What are your overall impressions with the TBL?
so I think the TBL is a great chance for these players to just come back. I know a lot of these guys are going overseas, so it's just a good chance for them to be in America and learn and play and get the opportunity to play before they move on to the next step if that's what they want to do.
So you watch a lot of basketball?
Yeah.
What are your impressions of the? I guess we'll ask since we're here today doing the show. What are your impressions of college basketball as far as the first day of the NCAA tournament?
Well, Purdue won, so
Yeah.
that's one plus. There wasn't many upsets, but yeah, Purdue won, so I'm happy. I know they play again Saturday, so I'm ready for that.
He's ready for that. So Lebanon grew up in Sheridan, which isn't too far from Lebanon.
Nope, it's about 30 minutes. Yeah.
Wow. And ultimately, you want to get into sports management, kind of in that way, like working for a club, selling advertising, and perhaps helping along. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, and what I guess I'll ask one more question. What was your highest point total in a basketball game at Sheridan?
29 points.
Whoa.
Yeah.
How about that? Did you know that? You scored 29.
Yep. I had a decent stretch my senior year.
Who was that against? He's trying to remember.
Elwood, maybe?
Well, it sounds good to me. So a lot of threes?
No, I'm not that, I shot a little bit, but I was attacking the basket in high school. I'm a small school player. So.
Going to the rack.
Yep.
Taking it. Do you think are you ever like a practice player for these guys?
So one time there wasn't that many players, and Chris wanted me to suit up, but guys started filling in, so I didn't have to.
It didn't
have to do it.
It didn't happen. Well, maybe you could take Philip on in a one-on-one game.
I don't know if that'd be
like
a good idea, but.
Well, anything else you want to add? Say to our friends in Lebanon Leprechaun land.
Yeah, I think just come out Sunday at 5 p.m. Just watch Lake County and the Lebanon Leprechauns. It's going to be a good game and good production. So.
You are correct. We do have a game on Sunday. It is the Lake County Legacy.
Yep.
March 23rd, 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock for the Sunday game. We will see you there. And coming up next, we'll have Philip Servatka, and he is a Lebanon Leprechaun super sub. We'll talk to him next. Lebanon Leprechaun Show, and I'm Dave Peach, joined by Philip Servatka. Philip played for Lebanon last year. You were away for a little bit. You're back. How have you been?
I've been good. Staying in shape, staying ready to go. So came in and ready to go.
And last year, your experience with Lebanon, give us your thoughts.
Up and downs. A lot of up and downs. I came in. We were. Well, I think I want to say like 2-9 or something like. Not very good. So practices were rough. But I think we smoothed it out. I think we ended up like 5-6 maybe when I came in. So we definitely smoothed it out, figured a few things out, and we started clicking a little bit better. So I'm really hoping that this will be the same this year, because like Kyle spoke about earlier, we have a lot of moving pieces right now. So hopefully once we get a few more practices under our belt, we'll be able to click a little bit better.
So how did the season begin? I know you're at Lebanon now. You didn't start out with Lebanon this year.
Yeah. How did the season begin
How
this year?
did the little part of this season go before you got to Lebanon this year? What I know you got drafted in the draft. And
Yeah. I stayed in. I live in Wisconsin currently, so I stayed in Wisconsin. I never left. And then things didn't work out with me with the team that I was drafted to. And then Benson reached out to me afterwards, after a couple games, after the first weekend, and we were able to work something out and get me down here.
And did you think you were going to hit your first three just coming right in your first game? I mean, you want to hit it.
Yeah, I was going to say that's the expectation. that's the work I put in for.
Like,
that's the work I put in for. But yeah, I was hoping to. That's the goal, to come in and make an impact and make my three. So I would say yes. That is the expectation.
Absolutely. I think you had 16 points in in the first game and 22 in the second game, and you
Yep.
also hit your first shot in the second game coming off the bench. So you're
Yep.
kind of like the microwave, getting it ready,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, just staying ready at all times, ready to go. I learned it from last year. You know, I had coming in late. I didn't always play right away, so had to stay ready. Sometimes I'd sit the whole first half, come in the third quarter, and have to make an impact in the third quarter while, you know, we had a couple guys tired and down. So I learned to stay ready from last year a little bit better and getting in a little earlier this year. So be always ready to go now.
You must love the TBL. You're here year 2.
Oh yeah, well this is Lebanon year 2. I played for Indy Express for 2 years also before, so I mean this is my 4th year in the TBL. But it's a great experience. It's basketball. It keeps me active, keeps me going. You get great film from it, and a possible stepping stone for some people, or for some people you can just stay here. And you know, I get to stay in Indiana. My family's not too far away, being from Elkhart, so my family came to the Kokomo game. I had my girlfriend's family come out. They came out. Her aunt and uncle came out to the home Lebanon game. So just being in Indiana, being around family, and having them still be able to have me watch me play basketball means a lot.
Yeah, I mean, and obviously you bring a bounce when you come in.
Yeah.
You bring in some energy.
A little energy, yep. That's what I like to do. I enjoy playing basketball, so that also comes with the energy, I think. It's the enjoyment of being out there and being able to play.
And you're 6'6",
Yep, 6'5", 6'6", right
like
in there,
that,
yeah.
something like that, so-
Depending on the day.
You kind of
On the shoes maybe too, so.
So, do you consider yourself like a 3 or a?
Yeah,
Something like
2,
that.
3,
2,
undersized
3.
4 also. Since I can jump, it helps me out, be a little bit quicker than the bigger guys. But yeah, play a little bit more on the outside, play a little bit on the inside, depending who's guarding me.
How about college? I know you went to. It was Purdue Fort Wayne.
Indiana, Purdue, Fort Wayne. At
Indiana,
the time,
Purdue. You were the
Purdue, Fort Wayne now.
I
Yeah,
am
correct.
I will get that eventually, but right now they just call it Fort Wayne, right? Or
No, Purdue, Fort Wayne.
Purdue, Fort Wayne. Okay,
because they split, but they kept Purdue stayed there. So, yeah.
got it. And how was that?
It was a good experience, a learning experience. I played under some good guys, guys from Indianapolis. I played under Max Landis, played under Brent Calhoun, guys from Indianapolis, and then I learned from guys all around. I played with a guy from Detroit that was 6'6". We woke up, worked out in the morning a lot, D'Angelo Stewart, so that helped me a lot, learning from him, being older. He played in JUCO, played in a few different other places, so it was good. It's always, I think, everywhere I've played has been a good learning experience. I think I've learned a lot from every year, everywhere I've played, so it's been good. It was a good experience.
Now, Kyle played varsity basketball, which is fantastic. You played D1. How is it being a D1 player? I mean, there's a distinction there of being a D1 basketball player.
Yeah, it just depends. I know a lot of good D2, D3 NAIA players also who can compete with D1 players for sure. Just might have not got the right look. And then you also see guys from lower levels that end up going overseas, and then you see D1 guys after college just going to get a regular job. So it always depends. But yeah, I can't say there's a huge difference, but as long as you're in shape, you take care of yourself, and you work on your game, I think everybody is all around the same level, because I feel like when I compete at the next level, with overseas players, I feel like I'm still in that same bracket, even though I played mainly in the TBL.
And a little bit about your overseas experience.
Oh, I loved it. I had a great time out there. I had a good team that took care of me out there. Had my own place. We won, so that's what I went out there for, so that was the biggest experience. That was the best time. But I got to travel a little bit. I guess you could say travel, got a vacation that was paid for because I got paid to be out there. Got to be in a new city, new town, new language. So it was, again, a learning experience. I learned a lot out there, different type of basketball, different type of rules. So yes, it was fun. It was a lot. I definitely had to adjust a little bit as I got out there because, like I said, different types of rules. There's no 3-second calls out there, so you can sit in the lane, sit your 7-footer right there in the lane, and let him protect the paint. So no, it was definitely an adjustment, but I enjoyed it. I learned different things, different footwork out there from different guys because of the rules and whatnot. That helps me with my game today still. So.
Compare this year's Lebanon Leprechaun team to last year's.
I think we're better. I think we are better. I think we don't. We have more guys that wanna learn and wanna win rather than just me, and wanna show out themselves. I think we have a team that wants to play together and has that combining goal of we want to win. There's not a lot of bickering in practice. People are listening to each other. People are learning from each other. We have some younger guys this year also. I think last year we had a lot of guys that were in the same age group. We have guys that want to learn from the older guys, and we want to teach the young guys and show them where they can fit in, where they can improve, where they can learn, what they can do better. And what they're doing well also is always important to let them know. But I think we mesh a lot better this year than what we did last year.
And you must like Lebanon because you were with us last year, perhaps could have gone to another team, and now you're back here.
Yeah, I enjoy the city and the fans. You guys have a great program out here, and Lebanon does take care of their people, so I do enjoy it out here. I will say this is my first year living in Lebanon. I was in Indianapolis area last year, so I was driving up from Indianapolis. This year I'm actually in Lebanon getting to experience the city a little bit more, so
cool.
It's a little bit better.
And you went to high school, it was
Concord High School.
And you met a famous basketball player, is that
Sean
correct?
Kemp. Yeah,
Sean Kemp.
Yeah. Sean Kemp, he came out to our game my junior year, and then he held a basketball camp with us the following day.
The Rain Man, right?
The Rain Man, yeah, phenomenal. So seeing his highlights and growing up, having him be an inspiration, that's all you hear in Elkhart, just like, anywhere else you hear Michael Jordan. In Elkhart, Sean Kemp. So that's all you hear. So that's all you watch, that's all you learn. And then to be able to meet him, and again, for it to be a learning experience where I got to talk to him, he got to pass on some knowledge to me about basketball and where he's been, and we had a good chat, so I had a great time. He gave me a pair of his basketball shoes also, actually, so still waiting to see him a second time so he can sign those for me.
Yeah.
But no, it was a really great experience meeting him.
And your goals for the rest of the year?
Win, get to playoffs, get as far as possible, and hopefully, hold that trophy above our heads at the end. But I think that's what we're here for. That's the biggest goal, to win and to have fun, bring the fans out. Like Kyle talked about earlier, we have a lot of stuff that goes on in between timeouts, a lot of games for the kids, a lot of stuff to entertain the crowd. Last home game, they had Boomer from Pacers. The Pacers mascot came by. What's the
Pacer Power Pack?
The Power Pack, yeah. The guys that dunk off of trampolines, that fly high. So a lot of fun, a lot of energy for the crowd, especially for people that don't get to experience that at NBA games. With it being Lebanon, it's a lot smaller, so they get to personalize with the players, with Boomer a lot more. They get to see that up close rather than watching from up above in a stadium. It's more of a personal experience, and it makes it a lot more fun, especially since it's a smaller environment. You feel that energy, you feel people screaming and on their feet clapping, and so it was a great time. So
it really was. I hadn't thought of that the way that everybody was just very close to this.
Yeah,
major
it's all
act.
right there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right
you
there.
have the bleachers, 2 feet away from the pads that they're landing on. So, yeah, no, it was a great experience, I think, for everybody. I didn't get to experience it myself as I was in the locker room during halftime.
You were
but then I
busy.
went back and I watched film, and I was able to see at halftime how much fun everybody was having. I saw, like I said, people jumping up and down on their feet. So it's a great experience for everybody, I could tell.
All right, well, we're getting set for the Legacy on Sunday, and again, Philip, we thank you. Good to do an interview in person in front of the camera here at
Yep.
Western Boone High School.
Great to be back. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. That's Philip Cervantka, and he is a Lebanon Leprechaun. We look forward to watching him and the rest of the Leprechauns on Sunday, a 5 o'clock start at the Farmers Bank Fieldhouse. Then, I have to get your thoughts on going to Windsor to play the Express on the 25th.
Yeah, Canada again. I'm excited. I know their point guard is Zay, who we had last year. Yeah, yep. So Xavier's up there with them. So excited to see him again. Hopefully try and hold him under 40. You know, he's a scoring machine.
He can get a triple-double on you. Yeah,
yeah.
You
so
know
hopefully,
that.
hopefully working on containing him. But no, Canada again. So excited to travel and take the experience in and enjoy it.
All right. We will see everybody on Sunday. Safe travels.
Thank
Philip
you.
Cervatka. We thank Kyle Eden and thank Matt Foxworthy for putting the show on YouTube. And again, it is the Lebanon Leprechaun Show. I'm Dave Peets. We'll see you Sunday.
Thank you.